Following content you're about to see is what is expected from the Hot Take Podcast.
I go by Dom.
What's going on, everybody? It's Coquito.
Casamigos Tequila.
Little bottle of Patron right here. Little, still in the proper 12. It's kind of too bright, can't really see it, but yeah, it's a little bottle of vodka there.
Jordan Woods has just did the Bust It Down challenge, ladies and gentlemen. And Lord have mercy.
It's just incredible the thing that this guy is doing, and nearly averaging a triple double. But I mean, definitely my favorite Jordan moment is probably that switch hands, man, in the finals. I mean, I think people like really underestimate like how hard that move is.
I'm like, whoever wrote this, your mom's a hoe.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Just leave it there. What else more is there to say?
Yeah, that was. See, it's different for me because I listen to all types of music. It's a different genres, so I'm kind of like in that weird section. Bro, that's not funny. That wasn't a joke. I mean, am I a comedian?
I go.
I don't even want to answer the question.
Oh man, I mean, no.
Bro, why are you still laughing, bro?
Right, go ahead. What you gotta say?
I don't think he's overrated. So, shout out to my weird ways and my music selection. Bro, stop laughing, bro. I'm gonna come to this camera, dog. Mr. Chuckles over here just laughing at everything.
All right, man. Salute.
Or whatever, man.
The following commercial is brought to you by Green Gang.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Okay. I said the only thing that worries me is, holy shit, Dilly, you were not lying about Canada. Holy mother of God. I don't know if I've ever fucking hit a ball that left the bat that fucking fast before. 108.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dom.
What's going on, everybody? It's Coquito.
This is the Hot Take Podcast. Appreciate everybody for tuning in on all platforms. I see y'all starting to roll in now. Appreciate y'all, man. What's going on? What's up, Ahmed? What's going on, Indiana Sports Talk? How you doing, man? We all out here. Ahmed with the Vince McMahon theme song. I know that theme song for sure. We're going to talk a little wrestling, too, now that you're in here, so we can go ahead and get into that later. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. You ready to hop into the show, man?
Yes, sir. My fault.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was spaced. I'm not even gonna lie, I spaced out real quick. I was just like,
Alright, man. Let's go ahead and hop into it, man.
Yo, it's your boy Dom.
Yo, it's your boy Coquito, and you are watching the Hot Take Podcast.
All right, man. Uncle Coquito. Colts winning the Super Bowl. I like that. All right, man. Let's go ahead and hop into the topics of discussion today. The first topic of discussion, shout out to Juju, we in here. First topic of discussion today is NBA 2K22. They released some blogs and articles out there. If you guys haven't seen them already, feel free. They're on all the platforms. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So the first thing of topic of discussion for 2K22 is that there is no more Rookieville. Rookieville was a disaster, even though I had a blast playing it because my mouth player was already souped, so I just went in there and took over. I went undefeated in Rookieville as well. Don't know about you, Coquito, but Rookieville is no more into 2K22. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm glad they took out. That shit was fucking terrible. It's especially like, I mean, it was good for people like who played later on and like you was able to get your build, but like unfortunately, like me, I went straight in with my guy 65. I mean, I don't think I lost the game because I kind of figured out like a little trick. I just kept trying to play with the same people that I was winning with. But you know, Rookieville was just horrible, bro. Like that was just a bad experience. I don't even know who the hell even thought that was a good idea to put in. So thank God they took it out because that was fucking horrible.
Yeah, definitely copping 2K22. By the way, Indiana, the day it came out as a pre-order, I bought the Legend Edition. So you already know that's cop for me because I'm playing all the modes anyway. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna buy the biggest bundle out of all of them. Even though I wish I could change the cover to just Kevin Durant, but I can't do that. So it's unfortunate. They did drop some screenshots as well. If you haven't seen the screenshots on certain players like Candace Parker, Luka, and Dirk Nowitzki, it is on the Instagram channel for 2K22. Check it out. It's actually some good screenshots too. Don't know how it's gonna look in the game, but definitely is gonna be dope for that. Another thing that they did for 2K22 is that for the My Careers, they do not have a story mode. The My Career story modes, they don't have the regular games. Next year, going into 2K22, you're going to be having to do quests. You know, the warehouse challenges and more of those type of options will be there for you to level up your builds. And that's actually a good idea for me because, you know, they're like games to 21. So I can definitely do games like that for 3-on-3.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so much better. It looks slowly, it looks like the My Career is dying. Because I mean, it's just the My Career is just not how it was back then. Now it's like you played, you barely even get VC. It's just a real grind for your badges. So, I mean, I like the warehouse. I think that was pretty dope. I think that was a good thing to add, like you said. And the games is only 21, so and it's way easier to get your badges in the warehouse. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. The story modes was nice. Unless they add Vic Van Leer, he come back to life or something. I'm not messing with the story mode, but nah, Spike Lee joint. Them story modes was kind of wicked, dog. Man, they had added too much into it. Another thing that they mentioned was adding more defensive animations, like block animations, more ways to contest jump shots, and they said that the offense will be more skill based. And then they're adding a new fatigue system as well. So I'm looking forward to all these things. Offense having skill based is one of the things we're looking for because, you know, most people just scurry slide. I ain't one of those guys, but it is okay. But, you know, they're adding more skill based. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely anything especially on the defensive end. I love that. Like I said, like I play stage and I'm gonna lock down the stage. So I love any of those defensive animations that they adding. I'm gonna love it. And listen, I felt like they should have had offensive skill matchmaking from the beginning in 2K. I felt like that's the best route they should take, and it'll kind of in a sense help 2K more in a competitive bring more of a competitive side to 2K. So I don't know if let's see how long would it last because usually they add stuff in the game and in a week and two when everybody starts going on Twitter now everything changes back to how it was before. So let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah, man, 100%. Definitely looking forward to that. The news got me ready to go. So if there's anything that 2K can add that'll make the game more playable, what do you think they should add?
So I actually got a couple stuff.
Okay.
mainly my first thing is, like I said, I'm a stage player, so there's no need I should be playing the PS4 version because the PS5 version doesn't have stage. So definitely I want to see I want them to add the stage back. That's one. Two, they have to do a better job in this 2K, well, 2K22 of balancing out the badge counts. Because the badge counts this year was horrible. I mean, there's no reason that everybody's running around with a power forward. So I like to see that. Also, I like to see them add, in a sense, add you get more rep if you beat a higher rep. So if I step on the court and if I'm a pro and I'm facing a superstar, I should be able to get more rep. And in a sense, I think they need to add that. So when you reach that higher level, it's easier for you to continue find games. Because, I mean, everybody knows when you're a superstar, especially with a couple months of the game coming in, you're not gonna find no games. Everybody's hopping on. Everybody's looking to see your rep, and they're running away. So I think if they add that, I think a lot of people won't be as scared in a sense to play people. So I think they need to do that. And the last thing is, I like to see them to reduce the in a sense reduce the road to 99 on your my player. Because I mean, for example, like especially if you're not playing the point guard position and you're playing on the team, well, you're playing more kind of team basketball. You're kind of in a sense always gonna finish with like a C+ grade, maybe a B, close to an A, but never really an A+. So I mean, every game, if you're a 97, every game you're getting like a 97 point something. So I mean, it's just tough to get to a 99. So I think they should just reduce that in a sense.
Yeah, man, I agree. The rep system definitely has to be nerfed or something like that. Especially for all the modes that people play, like the city, pro-am, all these things. Like I think like you can get more rep if you're on the win streak. However long you're on, like you should get more rep.
Now you say that, I mean, I think they need to add rep back into the pro-am because they took I don't know why they took that out this year, but definitely add a rep back in the pro-am.
Yeah, man, for sure. Because I mean, I used to play pro-am back in the day. I used to be on like maybe 3 or 4 teams, but I mean there was reps, so I could never hit legend, whatever mode I would play. And I played 2K pretty much more than anybody that I know. So it was kind of unfortunate. So, yeah, man, definitely. The Olympics is tomorrow. Colts is number 1 for sure. Definitely will be looking forward to that. I will be at work watching that. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to switch to the NBA really quickly and then the Olympics. But first thing of discussion is today is Will Barton. He did decline his option to stay in Denver, and now he's going to be a free agent going into this free agency that's going to be kind of loaded. What team do you think should try to acquire the talent in Will Barton?
Well, off rip, I think is pretty much, in a sense, there's a lot of teams that can use him. The dudes he gets buckets. I don't know what's his price range. I don't know, depending on what he's asking for, but definitely off rip, definitely like the team that's already in the finals. I could definitely see him, maybe the Bucks. I would definitely like to see him on the Knicks. We need a scorer like that. And yeah, I mean that's a good one right there. Philly as well. So, and listen, but I mean, all in all, I won't be surprised if he ends up in the Lakers. But another team as well. I'll think if Dame stays there, I think he'll be a good fit as well in Portland.
Oh yeah, for sure. Someone said Pacers. They said Philly. There's a bunch of teams that could use a Will Barton role. Shoot, I even think the Magic, if they get guys like a guy like Will Barton, I think they'd be nice because they're loaded with wingspan already. They go get a bucket getter for sure. That can definitely ease up the offense for them.
I mean, listen, even if he wants to go somewhere and kind of be the guy in the sense, I mean, there's pretty much a lot of teams. I mean, the Bulls will be a good one. I mean, he won't be the guys. Levine is there, but I mean, he'll be a good duo for him. I think the Wizards is another one. So, I mean, there's plenty of teams out there for him. So,
yeah, Will Barton's from the DMV too, so he'll be coming back home if he was to play for the Wizards. We know how that is when you're playing for your home team, the pressure that's on there. But on to talk about Team USA. They did beat Spain the other night. They did look impressive. Spain is number 2 ranked in the Olympics, with the Gasol brothers and Ricky Rubio. Team USA got out there and got the W. I want to know how confident you are now going into the Olympic Games with the basketball team for Team USA. Also, to mention that Team USA is still missing 3 players. Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton will be added to the roster for the Olympic Games, to my knowledge that I know. How confident are you in this team?
Listen, like I said before, I mean, I never lost confidence in the team. It was pretty much like what I thought it would be when they played these low level teams, in the sense of low level country teams. I mean, you kind of don't get up for the game, you know what I'm saying? But now when you play Spain, you play Argentina, you play these teams that have knowledgeable NBA players already on that roster, then they kind of get up for it, and they know, like, listen, we're gonna take this game a little bit more serious. So, I mean, I'm not worried about them at all, man.
Yeah, I'm not either, especially when you're adding a guy like Chris Middleton, who's had an impressive year. I think he's going to carry it over to the Olympics. A lockdown in Drew Holiday, which we're going to need against these fast guards going into the Olympics, especially a guy like Luka Doncic. I need Drew Holiday on him immediately when we play in the Olympics, because I know he's going to bring the clamps. So we're not going to need him to score. We got enough bucket getters.
Oh, yeah.
Especially adding Devin Booker as well, who's another ISO creator. You're going to have him, KD, Dame. Like I said, we're going to be sold on that. Just adding another lockdown. Speaking of a lockdown, Keldon Johnson, who was added to the roster with JaVale McGee. Keldon Johnson had 15 in that Popovich system. Good addition, in my opinion.
The Keldon Johnson, I don't have a problem with, but the JaVale McGee was I mean, I didn't get it. I saw rumors, and I don't know, especially if he was interested in joining the team. I don't know why Randall wasn't added.
Mm-hmm.
But
Trae Young too. Trae Young wasn't.
Yeah,
added.
but McGee, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess you need that height in defense, I guess, in that paint.
Yes, but really, I mean, JaVale McGee, that's the best one you got?
Shaq and the Fool.
That's the king right there, Shaq and the Fool.
That boy said, "Where's Zion?" That's what I was saying. We could have got Zion too. Zion would have definitely
hell yeah.
had a Vince Carter type experience in the Olympics with some of these teams. Boy, could you imagine like John Morant, him and Zion could play on Team USA? That would have been impressive too. Strictly outsides, yeah. They definitely could have added them too. I mean, it's still time. They're still young. I'm pretty sure they'll play eventually for the country at one of these Olympics if they ever get that chance.
Oh, no.
Let's go ahead and switch over to football though. Cam Akers tore his Achilles. Rising star for the Rams. He's out for the year. I need to know what's your thoughts on this Rams offense now losing one of their top talents. I mean, they still got Henderson, but Cam Akers definitely has a very good upside, but he tore his Achilles and now he's out for the year. What are your thoughts on the Rams?
I still think the offense is going to be good. I mean, this is definitely a big blow though to that offense. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially I had him having a pretty good year coming into this year, so I mean, this sucks. But I mean, listen, I think there's pretty much good talent in the free agency right now still to be added. So I think if they can add at least a decent back, especially that catches in the backfield as well, and a decent running that will give you at least 2 yards of carry, I think that offense will still be fine. Oh
yeah, man, I agree. I'm glad you said that because there's a bunch of talent of running back wise still in free agency, and I do have a list. Todd Gurley is one of them. Adrian Peterson, Duke Johnson, Le'Veon Bell, LaShawn McCoy, and Dion Lewis are all still talents available to go acquire for this role that they do need for the Rams. And I feel like all of them could replace Akers pretty decently. I
think I mean pretty much I think honestly the best one out of those names you just said that will probably fit them the best and probably give them the most production is probably Dion Lewis. I think Dion Lewis would probably be the best back for them to pick up out of those.
Yeah, man. Adrian Peterson, I think he did mention the Rams in the Pat McAfee show, if I can't remember very well, but he did mention the Buccaneers, and I think he mentioned the Rams, if I'm not mistaken, about joining teams because he wants to play for a contender.
Yeah,
and I think the Rams would be a really good spot for him. They have a really decent offensive line as well, so I think that would be a good spot for him to pick up. Le'Veon Bell, he could work out there as well. I think he'll be limited on snaps too. I mean, he does not like Big Red, so.
Yeah, I mean, he had his tenure with the Jets. I mean, granted, we didn't use him well, but I mean, even when he went to the Chiefs, I mean, it just looks like he's kind of declining in a sense. So, That's why I didn't really say Bell. I mean, he would be great, especially catching the ball out the backfield for them. But overall, I think Dion Lewis is the best for them.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Deion Lewis would definitely be a good contribute. When you look at Le'Veon Bell, though, I think Le'Veon Bell, the current situation he's in, I think he needs to go to a team where he can produce. I think he needs to go to a team to be a two-headed monster. For me, my first thought of Le'Veon Bell actually being successful, and I know he still got it for sure, but I think one of the teams that he could look into and actually get production off of is like a team like the Vikings. You know, Dalvin Cook is a high product on that offense. And if you get a guy like Le'Veon Bell to come in right after, you can have him in that role like the Cleveland Browns. I think that'll definitely be a good fit for him to try to get his bounce back.
That as well, and I think the Titans as well. I mean, Titans is a run-heavy team, so
yeah.
I mean, him with Derrick Henry, that would be a good duo as well.
Yeah, them, or if you want to just take over, go to Detroit. I mean, there's nothing else going on over there. So.
Yeah, if you want.
if you want to be like how you used to be in Pittsburgh, just being the whole offense, I say, hey, go to Detroit.
But what I won't be surprised though, especially with a name like that, I can see him ending up in the Bucs. I mean, Brady tends to go after these guys that has a proven resume and with a name, so I can see him some way somehow ending up in the Bucs.
Yeah, for sure. Jay Hamp is a coach, by the way. He does watch football. Shout out to the Ravens. Said Jets had a coaching issue in Kansas City, can't run the ball. That opportunity was limited either way.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I 100% agree. That's what I said. The Jets did not use him well at all. I mean, they did not know how to use Bell in no shape or form. So, I mean, I agree with him on that.
I mean, the Bears can go get they can get one of these running backs too if they really want to take the next step. But I mean, that's your team you rooted for going into next season, Coquito. But we will not stay on that topic.
I was not rooting for the Bears.
Hey man, just saying. Another football topic is Jalen Hurts. He's out here deadlifting 620 from what I've seen. But I mean, I did see another video about J.J. Watt talking about it's a bunch of flukes out here deadlifting. You know, he had a bunch of weights on the bar, and he was deadlifting as well, but it was like 25 pounds or something like that. He just threw it across the room, and he was like, don't be fooled. So, I mean, hey, Jalen Hurts probably really is deadlifting 620, but how many wins do you think the Eagles are going to win going into next season with Jalen Hurts?
Well, I mean, first of all, if he did deadlift 620, I mean, that's impressive. I mean, damn. I mean, to do that, oof. But 6 wins, yeah, I can see them getting 6 wins. I don't really see them winning more than that. And the only way I see them winning more than that is if somehow, some way they end up trading for Deshaun Watson and bringing him to Philly. Then I can see them winning more than 6 games, even possibly winning that division, especially the way it is. But other than that, yeah, 6 games is probably the max I'll give them. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, that division is pretty much already locked up. You got one team in the Giants that you don't know how they're going to perform. And then you got Dallas and Washington, and 2 teams that can pretty much win that race anyway with 8 wins. So I don't know how the Eagles are going to play this season. I mean, they still don't have any really weapons like that on offense. So they still got ways to go to be successful. He said Hurts was lifting heavy at Bama, Oklahoma video. I believe it. Hey, man. Hey, I believe it too.
That's impressive, man. That's impressive.
It really is. Last topic of discussion before we hop into your hot takes. I hope you have them ready.
Yep.
The Bucks versus the Suns. This could potentially be the last game tonight. Most people said this was going to end in 6, and tonight is the night, and the Bucks are leading the series. Now, I'll go first. I think the Bucks is going to end it off tonight, and why? Because I think Drew Holiday is going to have a very good game tonight, and I think he's going to cap it off by ending it. And like I said at the beginning of this series, probably even when the playoffs started, Chris Paul is cursed. I don't know what it is, but that's just me. I think he's cursed. It's something going on with Chris Paul. He just cannot get over the hump. I don't care how far he got in the playoffs. It's just whatever team he goes to is doomed. It's doomed, man. Like that's just my thought. I've been saying this, so I think the Bucks is going to win it tonight. I mean, it potentially could go the other way, but we will like a game 7. But I think the Bucks are going to win tonight.
So yeah. So I mean, what's crazy is I know it's somewhere there's some stat that shows like if Drew Holiday scores like at least 20 points, like the Bucks is damn nearly unbeatable. Like there's not beating them. So I mean, he's just been balling out. Giannis is I mean, Giannis is gonna get his buckets, but I mean, with Drew Holiday getting his, Giannis obviously getting his, and then Chris Middleton showing up when they need him the most to close the games out. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna beat this team. Also, I have the Bucks winning today as well and ending the series. And mainly, one of the main reasons is Scott Foster is a referee today.
Yes,
So,
sir.
I mean, you know how him and Chris Paul is.
Scott
So,
Foster is meat and flesh. He'll rock with Chris Paul. Like, nah.
yeah, I don't think Chris Paul ever won a game with him as a referee. So, yeah, so I got the Bucks winning tonight as well, man. Unfortunately,
Yeah, man. Y'all
but
let me know in the chat.
Listen, the Suns. I think they can force a game 7, but the way it looks to possibly win back-to-back against the way this team is playing right now, it's going to be tough. But, I mean, I'd like to see them at least force a Game 7.
Who would be that guy to force it, though? Like, they still haven't used Etuan Moore, who's probably the best shooter on that roster. A catch-and-shoot guy as well. And, like...
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know who would be that. It's not going to be Cam Johnson. I don't think Cam Johnson's going to be taking over Game 6 tonight.
Nah.
Definitely, I don't think Ayton, because I think Ayton's out of there.
I don't know, man. Listen, at the end of it all, man, it's coming down to Chris Paul. I mean,
well, game over.
Yeah. What I'm just saying, at the end of it all, man, it's coming down to him, man. Not only with just scoring the ball, I think just orchestrating that offense. It just something has to give, man. And if he don't get to it, yeah, it's gonna be really tough for them to win. Or listen. Or if your man can go off, Cameron Payne. So let's see, man.
All they gotta do is put Drew Holiday on him, and it's gonna be curtains from there. Like Drew Holiday can literally guard every position on that team. It's crazy as it may sound, but that's just how good of a lock he is.
Basically, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Shout out to Flappy for stopping by. I just don't know how the Suns are gonna win tonight. It's unfortunate. Well, whoever's betting on this game, if you got the Suns, you got a lot of balls, man, to tell you that much.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get a game 7, but by the look, I mean, the Suns, they look comfortable at the beginning of every game. They look comfortable, but they just cannot keep the lead and momentum at that.
They can't keep the lead, and they can't stop Middleton when they need to the most. So
that's because them rotations is trash. They still got Fugazi, Jay Crowder out there. Like, we all know how he gonna hoop. He went to Marquette, so it's like, come on, man, y'all got to do something.
Yeah.
If not, we're gonna be looking at Giannis raise the ring. He's gonna be added to the intro for 2K, and I'm gonna be disgusted, but it is what it is. So. Hey man, y'all got to get it done, Suns, tonight. If not, congratulations to the Bucks. Go ahead and chalk it up.
Congrats to Scott Foster tonight, man.
Congrats to Scott Foster, the GOAT referee, man. Get out there, get the job done. He ain't standing for that Chris Paul flopping, man. He ain't standing for it. Chris Paul, that's all he do. Just the artist. That's why Rondo socked him.
Yeah.
Rondo ain't with that. You ready to hop into your hot takes?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Coquito Hot Take.
All right, yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Oh, damn, hold on. All right. So, I mean, the first one, it's not necessarily a hot take. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of, in a sense, a hot take only for me because I done talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and say it, man. Giannis is a top 3 player in this league, man.
Wow. Moving the goalposts for a guy that I still got the clip. You slandering. I got the gift, too, of you slandering Giannis. I can't believe it.
I know, man. I know.
Wow.
Listen, just got to give it to him, man. I mean.
And me and Nick tried to tell you.
No, I know. But listen, I felt like since the game was only so much one-sided, like I felt like it was. But I mean, even with his game one-sided, man, there's just no stopping him. So.
Nope, it really isn't.
So I mean, I'm gonna give it to him, man. I'm gonna give it to him. So.
Appreciate you, Iconic, for stopping by. But yeah, man, he is definitely top 3, man. We knew this already. All he had to do was Euro dunk. He still
I mean that's pretty much all he has to do. Like there's really much nothing else. But
It's crazy.
yeah, I mean, and it's just mind-boggling, man, to see like even with these guys setting up that defense, like they still can't stop him, and like he's running to the rim. You know that's what he's going to do, and you still can't stop him yet. So I'm gonna give him that one.
Look like they could have used the Kawhi, huh?
Yeah, no. So this one you're gonna like right here, and I get it, man. I get he's a superstar in a sense. I get people have him probably in the top 5 in his position, man. But I mean, somebody eventually got to say it, man. Chris Paul is overrated, man. I mean, the dude is just constantly showing, man, year after year, no matter what team he's on, where position he's at in the team. Okay, I granted he took a terrible Oklahoma to the playoffs. But when he had teams to make noise and make stuff happen, especially being up 3-1, the dude just finds a way to just lose the game, man. He just finds a way to lose games. So, I mean, I get it, man. Listen, I know people want to have him in the top 5 point guard list of all time, but at a certain point, man, you got to call it how it is, man.
Yeah.
And I think the dude is just he's just really overrated.
It's tough. Point guard for some people, I think he's just a regular point guard in my eyes. Like I see, he can get a bucket. He dimes out there and everything. He's a student of the game. Really good. But I think some people put him too high on a pedestal. Like I really do. Like he's nice, but he's just not that great to me, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's just tough. And then when the time gets hard, they don't want to put the blame on him. But I will be the first to do that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Listen, somebody got to do it, and on this show, we definitely gonna call him out for it, man. He like Ricky said, he hasn't even showed up in the playoffs. Granted, he had his games, but if you want to have somebody that high on a pedestal and with superstar status and all of this, he's a point guard and all of this. I mean, you can't just only have 2 games. You show up and then the rest is that's it. So, do the Knicks have a chance of getting Dame? I mean, they have a chance, yeah. Now, depending on what they're gonna give up. I mean that's kind of I don't know about that, man. It's just I rather the franchise keep going in the direction they're going than setting ourselves back for 2 or 3 years, having 2-3 years of a good season, and then that's it. We back to square one all over again. So I mean, I would just like to just keep building how they're doing it and just sign the free agents. Don't really blow up and because you're basically gonna bring Dame to the Knicks, and what is going to be a worse version of the Blazers. So. I mean, of course, I want him, but in a franchise sense, I kind of really won't do that move. All right, on to the next one. Pitts will be the best fantasy tight end this season.
Yeah. Best fantasy tight end would be Jonnu Smith.
Really?
I think so. Jonnu Smith or George Kittle.
And I mean, definitely with Julio gone now too as well.
Yeah. Him or George Kittle would be the best, in my opinion. All
right. But definitely, anybody out there, if you do fantasy, I would recommend taking Pitts early in the round.
I think Tyreek Hill's getting more fantasy than Kelsey.
Yeah, definitely. I usually get Kelsey, and he's a couple of times he'll give you maybe 20 points, but he kind of averages maybe like 10. All right, next one. Chargers are winning their division.
Who in that division? Raiders, Chiefs, and who? Broncos?
It's
I think it's Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos.
Might be, right?
No, I think the Chiefs are still winning that division. Yeah, no matter how many people they lose or anything, I think it's just because they have Mahomes. Oh, yes, sir. Justin Herbert fan in the building. Hey, man, they could do it. They could do it, but I don't know, man. I think the Chiefs are still winning. I think the Chargers can make the playoffs, but
definitely. I think me and you both have them making the playoffs.
Yeah, but I think the Chiefs are still winning it.
But I mean, I think they could have a possibility of winning that division. Floppy said, "Hell no."
Yeah. Hey, hopefully they can do it. Get the Chiefs off the pedestal. Humble them. I mean, they could have did last year if it wasn't for their coaching staff, but I think the Chargers could. I think the Chargers could win it.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, that I think that team is solid, bro. Oops.
Flappy said, "Playoff, sure. Division, no." Said Chargers should have won twice last year. Anthony Lynn sold the first game. Jets is last in the division.
Nah, I don't think so. I think we're gonna surprise a lot. Well, surprising is winning 6 games, but but I think. I think us and the Dolphins is gonna battle for that one right there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a battle.
Listen. Like I tell you, Dime. The only thing that matters in our Jet season is beating the Patriots.
Panthers making the playoffs. Whose spot they taking? Can the Jets have more wins than the Giants this year?
That one's tough. I mean, the Giants have the most potential out of between the Jets and the Giants. I don't know. I mean, that's tough. That was a tough one to say because I won't be surprised if the Giants make the playoffs, but then I also won't be surprised if they had a bad season as well. So like they're just one of that team that you just don't know what's gonna happen with them. I mean, the Jets, you kind of know they're not gonna really be that good, but I mean the roster is getting constructed really well, and I think they're decent enough to win at least maybe hopefully 6 games.
Jets' problem is that they're in the AFC. You need 11 wins to even be close now, and you still even need help. Hey man, it's tough in the AFC.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
Yeah, no, the AFC is. I mean, listen, it's a lot of tough teams in the AFC, man.
Dolphins last year had 11 wins and couldn't make it. Tough. It's not really that good. Nice way of saying they trash. Jesus, Flappy. It's tough, man. You got any more hot takes?
No, yeah, that was the last one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I mean, but yeah, it's tough for the. Well, he said the Saints. They're taking the Saints spots. So, who would make the playoffs out of the NFC though? I know it's going to probably. Yeah, the Bucks for sure. Packers, we don't know, but I'm pretty sure they'll make it.
Depending
if Rodgers is playing.
We have the Rams.
Yep, that's 3. Cardinals is making it.
I don't think so.
With all that firepower.
Wait, they did just add
they got AJ Green, Hopkins.
Oh, that's who they added, right? AJ Green.
Yeah, they got Hopkins. They just added someone else. They added more weapons too. They had a nice draft. Collins out there.
I can see it. I can see possibly maybe they're making it.
Cardinals, Rams, Flappy. What we doing here? What we doing here?
So I mean,
Rams is way better.
So we have Washington making it.
Yep.
Green Bay as well. Remember, I think the Vikings are gonna make it this year.
Bucks, Rams, Packers,
Bucks, Rams, Seahawks. I don't know.
Washington. Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Stafford won't run that place. That's kind of wicked. I don't know. Stafford's a dog, man.
Listen, I think Stafford is definitely going to be one of those sleepers in fantasy this year. So
he's top 7, man.
So I
probably
think
top 5.
Definitely, he's going to be a good pickup for fantasy this year. He's going to get numbers over there.
Yeah, man. He's one of those. He's one of those dogs. He finally got out of poverty, so it's time for him to shine, man. It's time for him to shine. Time for him to shine for sure. You guys have any more questions before we get up out of here? We hit the 40-minute mark pretty much. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. 9 deep today. He said, my personal opinion is he won't live up to the hype. I hope not. I hope he does not live up to the hype in week 1. I really hope not. Week 2, too. I hope he does not live up to the hype. Anything after that, do you, dog. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. Stafford just got 2 1,200-yard wide receivers and the best duo, and no one talks about the offensive coordinator. He going off. Yeah, man. The Rams is definitely loaded on both sides. Like I said, that on paper they have the best roster, in my opinion. they already had one of the best defenses. So adding a quarterback in which they needed is pretty much getting them over the hump. Like I said, I do have them. They do have the chance to make the Super Bowl this year. I probably do have them making it. So we would definitely see. Yeah, the AFC. No one knows who's making it out the AFC. So
yeah, that's the biggest toss up there, man. I mean, I have the Bills making. I think I told you already. I have the Bills.
Yeah, Bills, Rams. Yeah.
Bills and Rams in Super Bowl, but I mean, the AFC is tough. You just don't know.
Yeah, you don't. You got maybe 4 to 5 teams that can make it with pretty much potential. So we'll definitely see that. Flappy said he got the Bills making it too. He said simply the best.
No, I don't think simply the best. I think it's just kind of a toss up. I mean, you could say the Bills, you could say the Chiefs, you could say the Colts. Who else you got? You can say
the Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yep. Ravens can make it. The Chiefs can surprisingly make it.
Oh, you could say the Browns.
The Browns could potentially make it.
It's a lot of toss ups in the AFC.
Yeah. Every other team is like they ain't got no chance. But those are the teams that pretty much have the chance of making the Super Bowl. Everybody else is pretty much just contending for a playoff spot at this point.
Yeah, just
trying
they're
to still missing improve. Yeah, they're still missing like a piece or two. So yeah, but we'll definitely hop into this topic of discussion more. You said lower teams fighting for fight over draft picks. Yeah, the Jets is one of those teams. But
yeah. Don't be surprised a little bit about this team this year. It's definitely gonna. I'll tell you this though. I guarantee you, it's definitely an improvement from. It's gonna be an improvement from last year. I mean, that's 100%. That's just given. But
without Darnold, y'all got faith in the 17-year-old.
Yeah, it's a little
Baby
protege
face.
over there, man. It's a little protege.
Zach Wilson.
I mean, listen, the throws that kid can make it's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's not in the game, but still, it's just the throws he can make is incredible.
Y'all really drafted a 17-year-old.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It's tough. You're gonna be seeing Ghost 2 next year. But that's all we got for the podcast today. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back with another episode in the near future. Still working on the schedule and that because the work schedules are pretty much off the wall at this point. So you guys just have to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all these platforms to stay up to date with the show. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Any last words before we get up out of here?
Elijah Moore is going to be a dog for the Jets.
Okay. Elijah Moore, I like that. You like Elijah Moore over Rondale Moore for the Cardinals?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I like that. All right. We'll see. Definitely Elijah Moore next season. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is Dom. That's Coquito, and we are out.
Yes, sir.